Welcome to Hot Zone Updates. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. The headlines flashed across screens worldwide, capturing the attention of investors, governments, and everyday citizens alike. The news sent a jolt through the global markets, sparking immediate reactions and a flurry of activity on trading floors from New York to Hong Kong. Manila's moment. Philippines surpasses Australia in new mining pledges. The world watched as the archipelago took center stage in the resource sector. The Asian tiger roars. Investment dollars pivot from down under to the archipelago. The shift is not just financial but symbolic of a new era in mining. For decades, Australia was the undisputed king of mining, a stable giant with vast resources and a reputation for reliability. But today, August 5, 2025, the story is different. A new chapter is being written in the annals of global mining. A seismic shift is underway, shaking the very foundations of the industry and redrawing the map of global resource power. Investors, analysts, and governments are all turning their heads towards Southeast Asia, where a new frontier has opened with astonishing speed and potential. The world is waking up to a new reality. The Philippines is no longer just a nation of beautiful beaches and vibrant culture, but a rising powerhouse in the global resource race. Major mining corporations, once headquartered in Perth and Melbourne, are now opening large offices in Manila, eager to establish a foothold in this emerging market. Billions of dollars in capital, previously earmarked for Australian projects, are being redirected to explore the untapped mountains and islands of the Philippines, fueling a surge in exploration and development. The urgency is palpable in boardrooms from Tokyo to Toronto, as decision-makers race to secure their share of the Philippines' mineral wealth. The world needs more copper, nickel, and gold than ever before to power the technologies of tomorrow, and the Philippines is ready to deliver on that demand. We are witnessing the birth of a new mining superpower, one that could reshape the balance of economic power in the region and beyond. The stakes are high, not just for these two nations, but for the future of global industry, as the world's supply chains and economies adjust to this dramatic transformation. The Philippines has long been known as a geological treasure chest, a land where the Earth's ancient forces have shaped a landscape rich in hidden resources. For centuries, explorers and geologists have marveled at the country's untapped mineral potential, buried beneath lush forests and rugged mountains. Sitting on the Pacific Ring of Fire, its islands were formed by intense volcanic activity, creating vast deposits of valuable minerals. This unique geological setting has gifted the Philippines with an abundance of natural wealth, making it one of the most mineral-rich countries in the world. The country is estimated to hold the world's second-largest gold deposits, third-largest copper reserves, and fifth-largest nickel resources. These minerals are not just numbers on a chart, they represent enormous economic potential and strategic importance on the global stage. Nickel powers electric vehicle batteries, fueling the green revolution. Copper is the backbone of electronics and infrastructure, essential for everything from smartphones to power grids. And gold remains a vital store of value, a symbol of wealth and stability for nations and investors alike. For years, however, this immense potential was locked away by restrictive policies and environmental concerns. The fear of ecological damage and social unrest led to strict regulations, stalling the industry's growth and keeping much of the country's mineral wealth out of reach. A ban on new open-pit mining projects kept foreign companies at bay, discouraging investment and innovation. The nation's resources remained largely untapped, as international firms hesitated to enter a market fraught with uncertainty. The nation's mineral wealth was like a treasure buried deep underground with no clear map or permission to dig. Local communities and investors alike waited for a breakthrough, hoping for a future where responsible mining could unlock prosperity. The turning point came with bold policy changes. The ban was lifted, and the government streamlined mining permits and clarified foreign ownership rules. These reforms signaled a new era, balancing economic growth with environmental safeguards. This new framework provided the security and clarity investors needed, opening the door for both local and international players to participate in the country's mining renaissance. Suddenly, the risks faded, and the focus shifted to opportunity. Companies began to see the Philippines not as a gamble, but as a land of promise and potential. The Philippines transformed from a high-risk gamble into a prime destination for mining investment. Global capital started flowing in, and the country's mining sector began to awaken. The world's leading mining firms took notice, and the race to explore the Philippines' mineral-rich islands began. With renewed energy and optimism, the nation stands on the brink of a new chapter, one where its mineral wealth could finally be unlocked for the benefit of all. While the Philippines rolled out its welcome mat to global investors, making it clear that new business is not just accepted but actively encouraged, Australia began to face significant headwinds that made the environment for mining companies increasingly challenging. Rising operational costs, expensive labor, and soaring energy prices squeezed profit margins, making it harder for companies to justify new investments or even maintain existing operations. The most accessible mineral deposits in Australia have already been developed, pushing new projects into remote, costly locations that require more infrastructure and higher upfront investment. Environmental concerns have led to longer, more complex approval processes, tying up projects for years and creating uncertainty for investors who need predictability. New taxes and royalty schemes add further financial pressure, making the business case for mining in Australia even less attractive. In contrast, the Philippines is actively courting investment, offering tax incentives, simplifying bureaucracy, and promising stable partnerships to attract global mining companies. Where investors see delays and rising costs in Australia, they see speed, opportunity, and untapped potential in the Philippines, where approvals are faster and the government is eager to collaborate. A mining company now faces a clear choice: regulatory battles and mounting costs in Australia, or a welcoming government and smoother path in the Philippines. For many, the choice is obvious. The Philippines is quickly becoming the preferred destination for mining investment in the region. The Philippines offers not just resources, but a favorable business climate, modern infrastructure, and a government eager to support growth. This strategic shift is redrawing the map of the global mining industry, signaling a new era where the Philippines stands at the forefront of opportunity. The Philippines' new open-door policy has triggered a modern-day gold rush. Major mining corporations from Canada, China, Japan, and even Australia are leading the charge. They bring not just money but world-class expertise and technology. Exploration programs are launching across Luzon and Mindanao, powered by billions in committed capital. New offices in Manila create high-skilled jobs, while advanced equipment and surveys identify promising sites. The impact ripples through the economy. Local companies provide support services, creating jobs and stimulating growth. Infrastructure projects connect remote areas, benefiting communities beyond the mines. This investment is long-term, signaling deep confidence in the Philippine economy. Foreign companies bring the latest standards for environmental protection and community engagement. Their social license to operate is as important as their legal permits. This focus on partnership and responsibility is setting a new standard for resource development. The mining surge is powering the Philippine economy. Thousands of new jobs are created, from skilled engineers to managers, building a new middle class in rural areas. Wages spent locally support small businesses and drive growth. Mining companies are building roads, bridges, and ports, connecting isolated communities to markets, schools, and hospitals. Infrastructure investment unlocks economic potential far beyond the mines. Foreign mining firms bring advanced technologies, from automated drilling to data analytics. Filipino workers are trained to operate state-of-the-art machinery, gaining valuable global skills. This technological leap upskills an entire generation. The result: rising incomes, improved living standards, and greater opportunities for millions. Increased tax revenues fund public services like education and healthcare. Mining, managed well, becomes a catalyst for national progress. The mining boom raises urgent environmental questions in a country rich in biodiversity. The challenge proved that progress and protection can go hand in hand. The government has strengthened environmental regulations, requiring rigorous environmental impact assessments. Companies must set aside funds for land rehabilitation after mines close. Modern mining firms use advanced water treatment, dry stacking for waste, and real-time environmental monitoring. Technology is making mining safer and more sustainable. Strong government oversight is essential to ensure all companies meet high standards. Community engagement is critical. Local voices must be heard and addressed. The success of the mining boom depends on striking this delicate balance. The Philippines must harness its mineral wealth while safeguarding its unique environment. The Philippines' rise as a mining superpower is shaking up global supply chains. For decades, manufacturers relied on a few countries for essential minerals, creating risks of disruption. The Philippines diversifies the supply chain, making it more resilient. This shift has major geopolitical implications, especially in Asia-Pacific. China, Japan, and South Korea now have a major new source of minerals nearby, reducing dependence on distant suppliers. Economic ties and regional integration are strengthening. The US and Europe see the Philippines as a reliable partner for critical minerals needed in green energy and tech. The old map of resource power is being redrawn. The Philippines is now a key node in global mineral trade. Its new leverage gives it a more prominent voice on the world stage. The Philippines' mining boom offers lessons for other resource-rich developing nations. Many countries have suffered the resource curse, wealth without prosperity. The Philippines is attempting a different story: stable, inviting policies and clear rules for investment. Lifting bans, streamlining bureaucracy, and providing guidelines reduced political risk and built confidence. Mining investment is linked to broader national development, building infrastructure, creating skilled jobs, and fostering technology transfer. The benefits ripple out to transform the entire economy. Shared value is prioritized, ensuring growth lifts the nation, not just a few. Rigorous environmental and social standards are non-negotiable. The Philippine approach shows development and protection can go hand in hand. If successful, it could become a blueprint for turning natural wealth into lasting prosperity. The Philippines' transformation marks a new era for global mining. Power is shifting from old centers to new frontiers. This is about the globalization of opportunity and a more competitive resource market. The world's demand for minerals is surging, and the Philippines is stepping up. The future of mining lies in partnership and responsibility, governments, corporations, and communities working together. Success is measured by jobs, infrastructure, skills, and environmental protection. Mining will remain essential, but how we mine is the key question. The Philippines story suggests a path for foreign investment, technology, and strong regulation for sustainable development. It's a model for turning resources into a blessing, not a curse. As the world watches, the Philippines stands as a symbol of what's possible when ambition and smart policy align.